Welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're setting sail, literally and figuratively, on a really fascinating journey. We're going to explore the modern yachting economy, taking a comprehensive look at everything from the staggering, almost incomprehensible wealth of giga yachts, all the way down to the incredibly accessible everyday luxury you can find right in the heart of the city. We've got some incredible data, stories, and comparisons to get through today to give you a crystal clear picture of how the high seas have kind of become available to everyone.
So, here's the big question. Do you need a billionaire's budget to live the yacht life? I mean, for decades, the whole image of a yacht was completely tethered to the ultra-rich, right? The absolute top 1%. But as you're going to see today, there is a massive, thriving maritime economy designed specifically for the budget-savvy 99% of us. We're going to contrast these two wildly different worlds and discover how everyday people are hacking their way into the high life.
Okay, let's dive into this. Section 1, the 1% reality, super yachts and gig yachts.
To really wrap our heads around this world, consider this staggering number, $590 million. Yeah, you heard that right. That was the estimated cost to build Roman Abramovich's 162.5-meter giga yacht, the Eclipse. Built by Blum plus Voss in Germany, this absolute behemoth held the title of the world's longest private yacht for years. But that $590 million? That is literally just the entry ticket. The ongoing costs to keep a machine like this running are, frankly, astronomical.
Because the sheer scale of excess we're talking about here is just wild. The Eclipse features 2 helipads, multiple swimming pools, a disco hall, a mini submarine that can dive to 50 meters, and a missile detection system. No big deal, right? But here is the craziest part. It takes a crew of approximately 70 people just to operate the yacht and cater to a maximum of 24 guests. That is basically a 3-to-1 ratio of staff to guests.
And hey, if you just want to rent or charter one of these super yachts, you don't just pay a simple flat fee. You have to pay something called the APA, or Advanced Provisioning Allowance. This is essentially a massive non-negotiable deposit, typically 30 to 40% on top of the already crazy base charter fee. The captain uses this giant fund to pay for the fuel, the fancy food you request, the champagne, port fees, crew gratuities, the whole shebang. So before you even step foot on the deck, you are wiring hundreds of thousands of dollars just to cover the anticipated grocery and gas bills.
So, the crucial point is, the environmental impact of this lifestyle is, well, it's severe. A super yacht large enough to feature a helipad, a submarine, and a permanent live-in crew emits roughly 1,500 times more carbon in a single year than a typical family car. According to recent sustainability reports, the super yacht might actually be the single most polluting object a private individual can own, surpassing even private jets. So it's a massive price tag, not just financially, but globally.
All right, huge pivot here. Section 2, funding fun with smart savings. Let's look at the rest of us.
According to Searchhound's Guide on Modern Consumer Habits, regular households are maximizing their budgets by leveraging wholesale clubs. By securing lower per-unit prices on everyday staples, tapping into exclusive fuel discounts, utilizing in-house health clinics, and even booking discounted travel packages, everyday shoppers are radically reducing their overhead. These aren't just, penny-pinching tactics. They're deliberate strategies to free up disposable income.
And here is why this matters. This exact budget-friendly mindset, this everyday financial literacy, is what funds our ability to enjoy unexpected life experiences. The cash you save buying pantry staples in bulk, that's the exact same cash you use to book a spontaneous weekend on a yacht. Luxury, for the 99%, is entirely funded by making smart, everyday choices.
Which leads us nicely into Section 3, accessible yachting in London. And this brilliantly illustrates the contrast. On one side, we have the 162.5-meter Eclipse with its 70 crew members and literally a missile defense system. On the other, we have the Spirit of Vivian. It's a small motor yacht featured by YouTubers Mac and Sarah. Their vessel features a tiny galley, costs just 150 pounds a night on Airbnb, and has what they affectionately call a zipped-up body bag-style shower curtain. It is absolutely worlds apart from the giga yachts, but as you'll see, the experience is incredibly rich.
Consider the reality of this budget-friendly stay. Moored in a picturesque, historic St. Catherine docks right near Tower Bridge, Mac and Sarah snagged this private yacht for just 150 pounds a night. Sure, you can't actually sail it anywhere. The galley only has a microwave and a hob, and showering is a bit of a quirky, cramped adventure. But they are smack bang in central London, floating on the water in total privacy.
The specific details of their stay are actually kind of delightful.
Mac and Sarah obviously didn't have a private chef funded by a six-figure APA account. Instead, they cooked Waitra's essential tomato and basil tortellini right in their tiny galley. They popped open a bottle of champagne that had literally been sitting in their cupboard at home for 5 years. But sitting out on their private aft deck, watching the sunset over the marina, they felt like absolute VIPs.
Sarah perfectly summarized the experience, saying, "Here's to finding absolutely amazing Airbnb accommodation in the middle of the city. What could possibly be better?" This brings such a warm human element to our explainer today. The genuine joy and appreciation they found in this highly affordable 150 pounds a night slice of luxury is a huge reminder that the experience of yachting is really about the feeling, not the price tag.
Let's move on and see how this builds in Section 4, the floating nightclub economy.
So for anyone who wants the yacht experience without an overnight stay, the River Thames has totally transformed into a bustling hub of accessible parties. When we look at platforms like Eventbrite and Experience UK, the sheer variety and affordability is wild. You can book a VIP yacht party cruising past Big Ben from just €35. You can hop on a slightly more, let's say, adventurous, naked boat cruise departing from Westminster Pier for about $60. The river is heavily utilized to provide highly specific, incredibly memorable experiences for virtually any demographic, all at the price of a standard land-based event.
Let's zero in on one specific package here, the Thames Boat Party. For just £33 per person, you get a 4-hour cruise through the heart of London on a Saturday night. You get a live resident DJ, a fully licensed bar, and they even throw in a finger buffet in the ticket price. It completely shatters the illusion that being on a yacht is inherently exclusionary. You can literally have an unforgettable night on the water for less than what you'd spend on a standard dinner and drinks at your local pub.
Bringing it all together now. Section 5. Redefining modern luxury.
We've looked at the staggering excess of the 1% and the incredibly savvy, budget-friendly options available to everyone else. And what you should take away from this explainer is that luxury is a mindset funded by smart choices, not just an AP account. You don't need a $590 million vessel with a missile defense system. You don't need an army of 70 crew members to wait on you hand and foot. If you optimize your everyday budget, you can absolutely afford to step off the pavement and onto the deck of a boat in one of the most famous cities in the world. So, I want to leave you with this final, provocative thought to ponder. If luxury is truly just a state of mind, why pay millions when you can pay £33? It really makes you reevaluate your own access to the high life, doesn't it? Thank you so much for joining me on this deep dive today, and I hope you feel empowered to go out and find your very own affordable slice of luxury.